Inside NRG Stadium, we are coming to you from the field. Adam Wexler here with you. They had to have it. They got it. Thursday night football for the Texans. Bills in town at 7-3 and right back out of town at 7-4. Texans up to 6-5. More wins than losses. Above 500. For the first time this season, a 3-game winning streak. Each of those 3 games started by Davis Mills. Texans win it 23-19. It was a 20-16 game at the half. The Bills got 3, the Texans got 3, and that was all the scoring in the second half because the Texans defense just kept coming at Josh Allen. Back-to-back sacks late in the game, setting up 4th and 27, which the Bills converted on the hook and lateral, with Shaair taking it the final 33 yards for the first down. And then the Texans needed another 4th down stop. They went for it on 4th down, the Bills did 5 times in this game. They made it the first 3 times, but the Texans came through with Calen Bullock and takeaway number 3, picking off Josh Allen to finalize the game and the victory for the Texans. He had the interception earlier in the game, converted into a field goal off the tipped ball. Azeez Al-Shaair, who did say he was ticked off, he didn't get it himself, but glad that Calen was there behind him. That was takeaway number 1. The punch out helped create takeaway number 2 with Jalen Reed scooping that one up. That one led also to a field goal. Now, there were a few things that would have liked to have go a little bit differently defensively, like that first interception for Bullock. He intercepts it, he goes left, runs into traffic, cuts back right, all the way right, and into the end zone. But a penalty and a correct call with Derek Barnett's illegal blindside block on that play. So a touchdown off the board. Ultimately, the offense able to convert that only to a field goal. When was the offense cooking? Very short period of time in that second quarter. Davis Mills went 9 for 11. Each of his touchdown passes there in that second quarter. Christian Kirk hauling in one, lined up close to the line, sneaks through, no one goes with him. Davis Mills hits him there, and then a real nice throw to Jayden Higgins for the other touchdown. Higgins into the end zone again, something we've seen a lot more, targeted a lot more in this game. A little bit of a hit and miss, you could say, with the offense and the passing game. Not a very good start for Davis Mills. Started 1 for 8, was 2 for 10. And again, that second quarter was the one time during the game where the offense was moving the ball. He was accurate. That was really all that was going wrong with the Texans offense. Guys were open. The pass protection, he wasn't sacked in this game. He was barely even touched in this game. Talked to Tae Ersery after this one. Did he think did he think this was their best performance? He did think that was their best performance, and it was with a new line makeup again. He definitely shouted out Titus Howard for playing a 3rd different position just this season, and we're only in week 11. He came through big time in the game tonight. So did the entire offensive line, and obviously it was enough to get the Texans the victory. Defensively, we're going to hear from all the guys in the locker room after this one. They had 8 sacks, resulted in 70 yards of lost yardage for Josh Allen and the Bills. They had 11 quarterback hits. They had 12 tackles for loss. This was their best game. I'm not sure how they can duplicate this moving forward. They've got some games they would like to win in order to help themselves in the playoff race. At 6-5, a Jacksonville loss would have those 2 teams tied with some different scenarios in the tiebreaker with still 6 games to go. But obviously, there was a huge, huge step into trying to make a postseason push from 0-3 to 6-5. Likely going to see the November 30th game against the Colts with C.J. Stroud back in the lineup. He was on the sidelines tonight, had a headset on, was going through things. Saw him in the locker room after the game, obviously in good spirits with the rest of his teammates. Let's go inside the Houston Texans locker room. Start with the offense. As I said, we'll hear from Jayden Higgins and Tae Ersery, talking a little bit about what the Texans offense did well, helped this team get to 6-5, helped this team do just enough offensively, open up just enough holes. There were some big runs for Woody Marks, but trip number 1 inside the Texans locker room.
Just a low red zone play again, and I just love scoring touchdowns. So whenever we get in the low red zone, I just get a little bit happy. But just a great play call that Coach Caley drew up and just executed it.
It's been working so well for you guys, you and Davis. What's kind of led to this resurgence here in the 3 games?
Yeah, I think just Of course, obviously, the way the offense is playing, making big plays when we need to. But, I mean, you see the defense, how they played all game. It's just a combination of a bunch of things. It's not just us. It's not just the defense. It's everyone just buying in.
How does it feel when the defense has that type of performance?
Yeah.
You guys had a little bit of a struggle there in the second half.
It feels amazing. I mean, we can always, rely on them and trust them to go out there and make plays and close the game.
Jayden, great game, by the way. But where do we go from here? What's the next steps? Where are we going?
We just got to take it one game at a time, and prepare and get ready for next week.
Jayden, from 0-3, a tough start to the season, to now have a winning record. What does it feel like to have climbed out of that hole and to be in the thick of the playoff run?
Yeah, it feels good. I mean, that's just what we prepare every day to do. We just got to continue to, be strong in our process and, just continue to take it game by game.
We already know nothing changed with Davis throughout the game. What did change overall in the second quarter when y'all got rolling?
Yeah, just some plays here and there that we were able to make. Just some little adjustments that we made coming in at halftime. Just the little things. When we're on our details, we're hard to stop.
How about the job the O-line did?
You said how the O-line did?
The O-line did?
It did amazing. It did amazing, creating big lanes for Nick and Woody, and the running backs did great as well.
In between possessions, you have obligations. You have responsibility to get ready for the next series. But do you get to enjoy the show that's going on? I mean, how do you get to see what these guys were able to do tonight?
For sure, yeah. Watching the defense going out there and, getting after the quarterback is crazy. They had 8 sacks tonight, so it's crazy to just see them, the D-line, how they play. And then, of course, our secondary is great as well.
Is it exciting when you watch them get in the end zone and see, like, the new foundation of the Texans?
Oh, it's always exciting, man. And if he on the other side of the field, I try to run over there and celebrate with him. So I know a lot. He put in a lot of work to, be able to go out there and score and put himself in position with the playbook and stuff like that. And him and Jalen just, they work well together. They always helping each other out. So I'm super proud.
You got to go against this defense every single day in practice. They had 8 sacks, 3 turnovers. Just knowing what you see every day, is this the best defense in the NFL?
Man, I'm telling you right now, Will, Danielle, that combo right there, I've never seen nothing like it. I don't think we're going to ever see nothing like it again. They can, turn it on at any moment. And having guys like that, bro, it's just super valuable to the team, man. We love those guys, and we know how hard they work and how much they love their craft. And they just went out there and displayed it today.
How good you feel about that 2-minute drive to end the first half?
Oh, man, it felt good, man, to go down there and score because I know we always, working on that situation. The red zone is where we was the weakest at, and we've been working real hard at that. So I'm glad we got down there and was able to score.
Unquestionably, still, the story of the game was what the Texans defense did. I mentioned this during the game. There are only 4 players in the NFL with 10 or more sacks. There's Myles Garrett, there's Brian Burns, and then there's 2 Texans, Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson Jr. both get to that double-figure plateau with their work in tonight's game. Absolutely relentless at the 18-yard sack of Josh Allen when Will Anderson traveled all across the field to get him. They were fantastic. And again, this is a very difficult team to slow down. All these good things that the Texans defense did. And remember, 12 points allowed by the defense, 7 points allowed by the special teams as the Texans get the 23-19 victory. So inside the Texans locker room after this one, Will Anderson Jr., Calen Bullock, Azeez Al-Shaair, Danielle Hunter, among those we'll hear from, Henry To'oTo'o as well, as the Texans get their 3rd straight victory in front of the national audience here inside NRG Stadium.
Their offense was kind of dynamic as far as play calling. So, we just knew we had to get after him. And once we got him out the spot, we had to just keep rushing. He's the type of person that extend plays, and I feel like we did a good job not allowing him to.
Now, you always dominating the line of scrimmage, but talk about that back end, Calen Bullock, the game that he
had. Man, when you got a guy that's in his 2nd year playing to he changed the game himself. I know that, it's not no iron defense, but he had the way he played today was like elite. For somebody so young to be able to take the ball away 3 times, in clutch situations and game-changing situations, that just tells you what kind of team we have.
Tim, what is it like when you guys build, when it's 4 sacks and 5 sacks and everybody's hungry?
We really didn't. This is our first time really going against a team that really dropped back and try to really pass the ball against us. And not playing conservative football. So, it's amazing to see what we can do when we do get the opportunity.
Was there any difficulty regrouping after they converted 4th and
No, not at all. They're going to make plays. We knew that they were going to make plays, and you just got to be able to make the next one.
Did you do a good job of keeping Josh from climbing the pocket?
Yeah, we did a good job. I feel like we did a good job getting him off his spot. And, that's what he's the type of person that once he gets mobile, he's real dangerous. I feel like we were on him, and I feel like we didn't let him get comfortable, and that was the reason we were successful today.
Mean anything more to you against Buffalo?
I mean, shoot, old team, but, I'm on to bigger things. I'm on to newer things. I love what I bring here, and, the past is the past.
And, I'm proud of him. He's been making plays all year, and, it's only going to be benefit for him, man. He's just going to keep going, and he's just going to keep making plays for the defense.
We can sit here and analyze you guys just it's our job, right? So, like tonight's game, does it feel like this game was just massive for y'all to be able to get this kind of win against a team like that?
Oh, definitely. Every game we play is a massive game, but tonight, it was a big win. Thursday night football, a win we needed, and the team played together, so it was a big win for us.
What's the conversation during that final defensive drive? They convert that big 4th down. What are you guys saying? What's kind of the conversation as you're getting towards the back end of the game?
Just lock in. They're gonna make plays. Just stay calm and just execute the next game. That's the biggest thing. Just discipline.
To that point, timeouts aren't usually recognized, but the timeout that D'Amico called after that, what did that do for y'all in that moment?
I mean, I'm glad he called that because I was dead. So I think it just helped us, we calm down, got our energy back, and then we went out there and we executed the game plan. So.
Take us through the last interception, the last stand, kind of what you guys are thinking after they convert the 4th and 27 and come up with that play for your team.
Yeah, we was just keep fighting. We not giving up. The game not over, and our D-line, it was getting to him and made him make that bad decision at the end, threw the ball right to me.
What about your performance overall? You had 3 huge plays to help the team to the win.
It was a great performance. Thank God. Got to go out there Thursday night in front of the whole world and, play a game like that. It can't get no better than that.
You guys have won 3 games in a row. You're above 500 for the first time this season. How do you feel about how y'all are playing overall?
It feels good, Just we keep stacking each day, each week. We try and go out there and be the best team every time we step on the field. So we guys just keep improving each week.
How about the group up front, 8 sacks, man? What is it like as it builds for that group?
Hey, them guys up there, we got the best D-line in the world. Them guys, they come in every single day and they work their butts off. In practice, walk through, they just attention with everything they do, every single last one of them. Them guys went out there and they play ball. They got to the quarterback. We knew they was going to get to him, and them guys just trust us in the back end to be sticky.
Was there any difficulty recovering after they converted the 4th and 27?
It was no difficulty. They made a play, made a good play call, and they executed, and we just kept fighting.
Calen, you talked about them throwing the ball right to you on that Azeez tip interception. You're right there too.
Shout out Azeez.
What allows you to be in position to make those turnovers, be there when the ball is thrown there?
Man, just the play call. It just helped me be around the ball always. Great play call. Guys just doing their job, and everybody in the spots they need to be in.
This is the most Jay Reed has been on the field all year. He's
Yes.
involved in a lot of activity on your side. What do you think?
Very proud of Jay Reed. Jay Reed come in every single day. He worked his butt off, and he went out there today and he played ball. I'm very proud of him. Guy come in, get hurt in camp, and he get his opportunity today, and he showed what he could do.
How would you describe that victory?
It's a great victory. We knew it was going to be a dog fight coming in. Buffalo's a good team, and we knew we was going to have to fight to the end.
Is there anything that Bill showed you was very different than they looked on film?
No different. Josh Allen. He he gonna make plays. We just gotta keep fighting.
In the second half, you guys didn't look like you gave him any lanes to operate.
Nah.
What was kind of the thinking with the way you guys dialed it up in the second half?
Just keep hunting. Letting our D-line keep doing what they need to do. Get to them, put some pressure on them, and let the back end stay sticky.
Can you put into words how fun it is to play a game like that? Not only when you're racking up
Yeah.
those stats, but against an elite, against the reigning MVP.
Yeah, them games like that is very fun. Like you said, he's a reigning MVP, so a quarterback coming into town like that, and the stadium, the fans came out and they showed up and it was loud in there, and we went in, we got the win.
Calen, with the punch out, that was a big third down conversion that they could have had.
Yeah.
You know, what's going through your mind in that moment? How do you have the awareness to push the ball out?
Don't give up. Punch out the ball, try to get the ball. Ball's always on our mind. We preach that every single day. Play wasn't over, punch the ball out, made a play.
What point during that interception at the end did you know to just stop and see that ball kind of come right into your hands?
Yeah, like I said, I'm eyes on the quarterback. I knew the D-line was going to get to him, and like I said, they got pressure, and he threw the ball right to me.
Timeouts don't usually get a whole lot of credit after the game, but that timeout that D'Amico called after that hook and ladder, like what'd that do for y'all?
It helped us a lot. It helped us reset, get together, and just, like I said, reset.
When you that here's a great defense, but now after tonight, everybody out there is talking, hey, Houston defense is for real. What do you think about what happened tonight?
Of course, we preach, we best defense. We got the guys in the front, in the back end. Everybody go out there, and we got the swarm mentality. We fight to the end, and the defense shows that every single time we step on the field.
Caleb, all the big plays that Will made, what about the batted pass down there?
It was clutch. Will's the best. Guy comes in every single day. He's intentional with everything he do. Just for him to get that batted pass, it was really clutch for us.
Yeah, first I just want to start off giving all glory to God, man. Just doing kingdom work, man. Just let him use us to glorify his name. And it's been awesome, the gifts that he's given us, man. And it's so crazy because we do this little talk, and I was going to say this, but I was like, man, early on in the season, we getting a little frustrated with the sacks and everything like that. But I'm like, man, it's starting to open up for us, man. We just got to keep hunting. And I think tonight was just a perfect example of everybody just hunting relentlessly, man, doing whatever it takes. And I think D Hunt hit it on the head when we had our meeting. He was like, bro, empty the tank, leave her crawling off the field. And the energy that he brings to our group and the message that he brings, he's like a silent killer. And we really look up to him because it's like, bro, okay. If D-Hunt say it, we're going to do it because, bro, we see him do it all the time. But, he was empty the tank, man. And I think we did a really good job of that as a whole team.
I saw after one of his sacks, you acted like a child jumping all over. How much do you enjoy celebrating him in those moments?
Bro, it's huge, bro. I tell these guys all the time, I'm like, bro, I got 5 older sisters. And, when I get a chance to be around y'all guys, it's like, bro, this is everything I ever wanted, to have a bunch of older brothers and to see them succeed in everything that they do, to see their hard work paying off. It just makes me happy. I'm being a part of it, so it's awesome.
Can you take us through that play where Allen got away from you at the line and then you chased him down and took him down for 18 yards?
Yeah. I think it just goes back to the relentless rush. You know what I'm saying? I think Coach really hit it on the head this week. It's man, whatever it takes to get him down, you're going to miss him one time, but pop back up and get him again. And, it's just crazy. When coaches say stuff, you be like, Coach, I don't really think that's going to happen. But then when they actually have him in real life, you be like, okay, Coach is right. So I think the staff did a really good job of just beating that into our heads. Just be relentless with everything that we do this week.
Well, you talk about the mentality just of the group.
Yeah.
Earlier this week, you said it's a hunt. They're the Gazelles.
Yeah.
I mean, did you guys actually take that on?
Oh, most definitely. And Coach put up a picture of some wolves and a buffalo, and we just had that energy all week long. Man, we gotta go hunt. It gotta be relentless. No matter what you got going on, no matter how you feeling, bro, it's no weak links out there on the field. If you want a piece of the gazelle, you gotta go hunt for the gazelle. So it's just funny, man, seeing everybody scrap for the gazelle, man. But it's fun. It was awesome.
Well, in that sack, you ran 51 total yards. Did it feel like it? And obviously at the end, you're probably not tired of it, but the Next Gen Analytics said that you read the longest in terms of yardage traveled to get a sack.
I'm confused.
You ran over the field, you were crisscrossing the field, and you were that's how much ground you had covered to finish that play.
Oh, yeah. I think it's just, man, we talk about getting out the sack all the time in practice and just being relentless up front, and I think we all did a great job of that this week. I don't think it was just a one-man thing. I think the whole D-line, the whole defense did a good job of swarming, and everybody getting to the ball, everybody getting to Josh at number 4.
What do you think about the job that Calen
He
did for
gets
you?
desperate. He flirts with greatness when he's desperate. Something about him.
Yeah, I mean, he's the MVP. That's what he does. You know what I'm saying? We have a ton of respect for him. He's a great player. He's MVP for a reason. He can get it done with his feet. He can get it done with his hands. He can get it done down the field with handing the ball off. So that's what makes him great. And we just tried to neutralize some of those things as a defense to slow him down a little bit.
Is there a mental aspect to that, though, of, like you say, the relentlessness of stuff?
Yeah, it's not getting frustrated. It's everybody keep going. Everybody keep hunting, man, and doing their job to the best of their ability.
Well, you guys were 0-3 hole, and you climbed out of it.
Yeah.
How did you do from going from that point to where you are now, which is a winning record and a playoff contender?
Yeah, it's the culture that Coach D'Amico has set here. You know, we always talk about when things go bad, what we lean on. And I think we lean on our swarm mentality. And that's what I love about this group. It's just because everybody perseveres, everybody's persistent, everybody's still chasing the goal. That's the playoffs, that's the Super Bowl, and we're not losing sight of that. And so that's what type of team we have. We just have a resilient team, and it just keeps showing up week in and week out.
What do you think about the job that Calen Bullock did from Gus?
Ball hawk, man, ball hawk. And it's been beautiful to see his growth since he got here, man. And he's back there for a reason. He's tall. He goes up and get the ball. He come down and hit people. He's a complete player, and that's why he's here. And that's why we love him. I can't wait to keep seeing what he does for this defense and where his career goes.
I know what was the conversation? They convert that fourth and really long. What was the conversation on defense there right after that?
Man, everybody just calm down and take a breath. Like, we're built for situations like this. And we always say, like, man, like, this is why you come to the NFL. This is why you're in the NFL, for situations like this. So, like, don't panic. Don't freak out. Take a deep breath, man. Rely on your rules and rely on your techniques and get the job done.
To that point, how important was that timeout that D'Amico took in that moment?
Yeah, very important. I think we just go back to being a coach and who he is, man. He's very smart. You know what I'm saying? Like, he knows ball in and out. He knows the game in and out. And that's why he's here. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's why we love him as a coach, man, because he embodies everything that a coach should be in. Just smartness, loving his players, what he's about, what his mentality is about, and we just feed off of that.
Knowing how grueling this game was, when you get to see that last interception to seal it, was there a huge sigh of relief?
Oh, a big, because they ain't gonna lie, it's tired up there. I ain't gonna hold you, but it was a big sigh of relief, man. But it's just a bend, don't break team, man. And it's just a testament to all the guys in the locker room, man, who put in the work, all OTAs, all training camp, going up to Greenbrier, man, really up there battling each other up there, man, and then coming back here, doing some joint practices, and then, of course, going against each other every day, and it just shows up on the field all the time. And I just got to give a big shout out to everybody on this team, man, because they worked their butts off to be in the position that we're in now.
I'm a dog, man. A dog, man. He's been working on that since practice. Like, he does a great job of attacking the ball in practice, and it just showed today.
How nice was it that everybody was eating and getting in there and getting into the backfield?
It was huge, man. It was nice. It was very nice to be able to, especially for me to get a little part of it. You know, the D-line gets some sacks, and I was able to sneak one in there too. But it's always nice when everybody's on the same page. We're all clicking, and all 11 guys are swarming.
Is there any difficulty making plays all night and knowing you still have to make more to win?
I mean, that's how we want it. Like, we've been preparing all OTAs all summer for situations like that. Like, as a defense, we want to be able to close out a game like that, and that was huge for us.
Who's getting everybody's mind right after they converted 4th and 27?
The leader, Azeez, man. My boy Azeez, he does a great job of bringing us all together and sharing a message of just one play at a time, and you know, we all feed off of him. He's one hell of a leader.
To that same point on that play, for D'Amico to call a timeout, like timeouts don't usually get a whole lot of love afterwards, but how big was that timeout by him?
It was huge, man. Being able to just kind of communicate and kind of get on the same page before they ran that play was huge.
It's 1 week at a time, and that's what we've done, 1 week at a time. And I know back then you probably like, yeah, it sounds good. Now you look here, like you just said, we're 6 and 5 or whatever it is, and you just keep chipping away. Like, at the end of the day, this is the National Football League, the best of the best, and we definitely got the best defense in the league, and you just got to put it on tape every day.
You are the king of saying 1 week at a time. Can you admit now, like, the game like this against a team that's in the playoffs, that's done it, is big for y'all? Like, it means a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it means a lot, but again, it's 1 week at a time, because let's say we lost last week, and I don't think, you know, it means even more. Like, if we lose some of the games that we ended up winning in the past couple weeks, then us winning this game might not mean anything. You know, if you're 2 and whatever right now, and you win this game, is that really, you know, that much of a big deal at that point? I don't know. With 6 games left to go, whatever it might be. So it definitely is week to week. And obviously, when you have a Thursday night game against top offense like that, and you're able to do what we did just as a team and come out with a win, it's special.
Bill was mentioning that he looks to you guys as his older brothers, and how much he really loves having you guys, you know, in his corner. To see in any way a little brother go off for a game, like what's it like from your perspective?
Oh man, it's awesome. You know, me and Will have a really, really close relationship, because we honestly have the same mindset, the way we think, and we talk about that all the time. Because whenever he comes to vent to me, or I'll vent to him, it's like we're in each other's minds of the stuff that we'll be thinking. So it's awesome, man, because he works his butt off every single day. You know, we all do, but just obviously speaking on him specifically, you know, he works really hard, and he pushes himself to be the best that he can be. And I push him as well, you know, at the same time trying to just get him to just keep chipping away. He does the same thing for me, you know, even like that interception that Calen caught off of the tip that I had dropped. It's like, for me, I'm happy that he caught it, but I'm pissed at myself because now it's just 2 years in a row. Josh Allen threw me the ball and I dropped it. And so, for me, I'm trying to do the same thing. But to just see Will continue to elevate his game every single week, and over the last 2 years since I've been here, it's pretty good.
Timeouts don't usually get a whole lot of love after a game, but the timeout that D'Amico called after that hook and ladder, like how big was that for y'all to be able to?
It was huge. They asked me in the headset, like, hey, I need one. And I'm like, yes. And I'm looking at D'Amico, I'm like, oh, I'm good. We got you. And they're getting on the ball. I'm like, bro, he's just playing it cool. And I'm like, bro, they about to snap this ball. And, he obviously knows what he's doing. But I was just so tired. I know the rest of the guys were too. So I'm just like, nah, we just need a second. And obviously, they did a great job, him and Burke, just getting us that timeout and just letting us just take a deep breath and regroup. And we're able to finish.
Could you feel like the momentum swinging possibly on that play, after that play?
I'm sorry, say it
The
again?
momentum on that play, on the flea flicker that the Bills ran, and you guys used to call the timeout.
I mean, I would say, I guess, just because it was fourth down. So I don't know if it was momentum, but I know they got one more set it down. So, I mean, it definitely, I'm sure, brought life to them that it worked. Because usually that's a play that you draw up in the dirt and don't never work. So the fact that it worked for them, I'm sure they were, pumped about it. But for us, it was just like, hey, one play at a time. Just keep playing.
D'Amico mentioned not having to say anything to y'all before that last drive.
Yeah.
What did you see from your teammates as you all prepared for that drive? And
Just not flinching. Just nobody flinched. Like I said, once we got the timeout, everybody caught their breath. That's really what it was for. Everybody catch their breath, catch their wind, because that was a big play that they made. And I just told everybody, hey, right here, we rack one play at a time, and we're going to get it. And that's what we did.
So what was it like to see that final interception happen in the game deal?
It was awesome. You think about the Jacksonville game where the defense was able to close it out at the end, and that was like a thriller, all that stuff. This one felt even better than that one. So that's what I can say.
Just in a few words, how would you describe this defense? Y'all performed at a high caliber, where it's top defense in the NFL. How would you describe this defense in the way it performed tonight?
Man, just resilient, playing together. Obviously, that whole swarm mentality, put that on tape every single play. And that doesn't mean that you're always going to win the play, but it's just about being resilient and just keep fighting, and that's what we did.
And what do you think makes y'all special, just like as a unit?
It's playing together, man. 11 guys playing together, having each other's backs, going as hard as we can. And the thing is, when the next guy gets in, they have the same mentality as the starter. So,
Calen's been really complimentary of others for his night, being in position to make those turnovers. But what have you seen from him to be able to be in the position to catch that tip pick, be in the position for that final interception? What is it about him specifically, his skills, that he's able to be in those positions?
He's a ball hawk. He just has elite closing ability, whether it's that type of play or running red line to sideline, and breaking up passes, making plays. That's just who he is. Definitely, one of the best, I believe, at just being able to do that because he can cover so much ground. He's just in the right spots.
A long weekend awaits. The Texans won't play again, obviously, till the following Sunday, last Sunday of this month of November. Game number 12, an opportunity to get to 7-5, their first look at the first place Indianapolis Colts, but obviously a chance for their bodies to get right. It's always tough going the Sunday, Thursday game, but obviously a very physical game. You had guys going off the field, coming back onto the field all throughout tonight's game. Hopefully the Texans came out of this one pretty good. It appears that they did, and obviously it feels a little bit better when you get the 23-19 win. Cannot wait to talk more about this on the A-Team each and every day, starting at 2 p.m., of course, on the simulcast, beginning at 3 p.m. over on Space City Home Network. Texans, 3 in a row, 23-19 victory over the Buffalo Bills. We'll talk about it on Sports Talk 790.